So hello and welcome to the last session of module 1 of the subject code BDS306B. So last session we had discussed a bit about formatting, where we saw how to format the print statements using the built-in methods like this. We also saw some examples. This class we will discuss about the string interpolation. Even the string interpolation we saw in the last session, where we saw how %C, %S, or %I, or %D, these kinds of formats conversions we can be using for conversions. Today's session we will deal mainly with formatting using the string literals called as %F, and we will see how we can do string formatting using the function format. So let's first see this formatted string literals. So basically formatted string literals where we will be doing formatting here using the %F formatter. Okay, and here we will have curly brackets. Curly brackets will be the placeholder, and %F will be used for formatting the floating value. For example, if you see this example, I have declared a number 1.9876. It's a floating number. So when I give printf %F percentage float number, so what happens here is, to this number float number would be displayed, but to that an extra 00 will be added to the number. Okay, so when you just give %F, 2 zeros will be added to this number by default. So this is another example where instead of saying %F, I say %.1f. So when I say that, the number will be rounded up to 1 decimal place, 0.1, right? So 0.1 would be added to this, and therefore the number becomes 2.0. Okay, when you add 0.1 to this, 2.0. So basically it will be rounded up to 1 decimal place. In the next example, I am doing 0.2. So means I'll be rounding up to 2 decimal places. I want to round up to 2 decimal places instead of 1. Okay, last time we did rounding up only for 1 decimal place. That means I'm only rounding up 0.9. When I say 0.2f, I'll be rounding up for 0.98. So when I round up 0.98, it becomes 0.99. So the output would be 1.99. So let's see this example on the Jupyter notebook. So and also we have one more method called as formatting. We'll discuss this, and overall we'll see all the examples of formatting. So this is another second way of formatting the string. Here this is a syntax. Okay, we will be using a function called as format, where I will be giving two arguments, value and specifications. Value is what I want to format, and specifications are basically what kind of formatting I want to do. So in this case, unlike the previous one, we will not have any placeholder, right? We just going to format the value according to the specification, and that's why this is mainly used when you're creating emails, letters, web pages through your Python script. So let's see an example. Suppose I have a value like this, and for this, if I use I want to display this value, so that's why the first argument in the print function would be value which I want to give. So I am giving what I can say, a string. It's going to display value equal to, and the first argument here I give is VAL. So basically that would be the value what I want to display, comma format. So in this format, first one would be the VAL, that is the number for which I want to do the formatting. What is the specification I'm giving? 0.3f. So basically it will print up to 3 decimals. If I give the formatting as 3.2e, now this is a notation which I will use for scientific notation. So if I want to convert this number to a scientific notation using the exponential, so then I'll be using this. Or I can also say 3.2 capital E. Both will do the same thing. So basically this value, how it will be displayed is, when I say print up to 3 decimals, you can see only till 0.312 the output is displayed. If I say 3.2e, the same number would now be printed in scientific form, that means in the exponent form, that is 1.23 e plus 01. The same thing will be printed for the next one, except that small e will become capital E. This is another example where I'm using format. I'm going to print all these three: student name, student year, register number. But what kind of formatting I'm doing here is, see here I'm using the curly brackets like the previous one. So I'm combining both actually. Okay, I'm combining the previous method as well as this method, formatting method. So in the previous method I'll be using curly brackets for placeholder. So I'm using these curly brackets as a placeholder. So what comes in that place? The student name. dot register number. Again I'm using curly brackets. What comes into the second that place, the second argument, that is regno. Again student year is again curly brackets. What comes in this place, the third argument, that is study year. In this case I did not provide the specification, I just gave the values. Okay, so basically what happened is the output would be then in this place I will have the student name, that is name 1, in register number would be printed. So basically this is an example of placeholder only. I did not do any formatting. Wherever curly brackets are there, the value is replaced from here to here. So student name will be put here, register number would be put in the second place, the study year would be put in the third place. Now in the third example, what I've done here is the same concept, right? But basically this is a replacement. See, I want to put name here and E is over here, but already there's some value there, 0 and 1, that gets replaced. That's the only the difference. It can be empty. If it is empty, it gets filled. If something is already there, it gets replaced. So let's see these two examples of string formatting, %f and formatting methods in the Jupyter notebook. Let's go to the Jupyter notebook. Okay, so this is an example of %s. Okay, so this is an built-in method which I did not discuss. We can also see how we can use %s. So basically %s is used for string conversion. Okay, so if I want to print something like this, if you just see %s and I execute this, you can see that a space would be given here, right? -20s, so that means it will go in the reverse. So this is a maximum space it can go, or probably if I try to give a space here, let's try to execute, you can see that it will give some it will do some distances minus and then it gets printed. Okay, and 0.5 is it's only printing half of the characters in this. Now coming to the next one, %c. See, I am declaring two values, bug and troubling, and here I want to display that, right? So it's basically like a replacement. Percentage, I wondered why the program was %s. So what comes in this place? Result. So what is the result here? Troubling me. So in this place troubling will come, then this / will ensure that it gets printed in the same line. We have discussed this in the last session. /, it will make the whole statement in one line. Then it dawned on me it was a %s. Here it gets replaced with this type, that is bug. So basically what output I want to see, I wondered why the program was troubling me, then it dawned on me it was a bug. Okay, so this is just a displacement, replacement. See, and because of the / it's all coming in one single line. This %s is because of the first result. This %s gets replaced by this. This is another example of %i. So what I'm doing here, again %s, this Amazon word will come here, and what comes here, the integer number. So if you want the character to be displayed, you use %s. If you want the integer to come, you can use %d. Very simple concept like you have in other programming languages. Now here is an example of formatting method which I just discussed here with you. So 100, so basically gets replaced over here, and unencrypted is actually the method. So let's give it as a single statement here. See, what happened is 100 is displayed over here and it is securely encrypted. Okay, so let's execute the next one. I'll execute here itself. See, to limit the precision, so basically what happens here, when I say 1:.2f, again here, right, semester will come in this place, 0, and this number would be displayed here. See, my average of this semester was 78.23, but what happened is the number got rounded off. It was a bigger number with more decimal places. It got displayed only for 2 decimal places. 0.2f does that. We just saw it in the slide. Now the same thing here, semester again comes in this place, and here the rounding off is up to 0.0. So that means what? It will only show 78. Okay, the same thing, the difference between this and this is the rounding off is different. I am saying here I said 0.2f, here I said point, that's it. I did not give any number after that. 0.0. So the next one, So if you want to convert an integer to its binary or with other different converted bases, so what I've done here is binary word would come here. So curly brackets is nothing like it will hold it's a placeholder, right? So this binary word would replace this 0, and this 100, right, would be coming over here. So 1 to 100. So here you can say that, and what is happening is it's getting converted into a binary number. So how it is getting, you see, 100 is getting converted to a binary number over here. So it's a conversion as well. And here I'm converting it to octal number. B, if you write, it's converted to binary number. O, if you write, it gets converted into octal number. Let's try with X. Yes, it's now 100 is now converted to hexadecimal number. Okay, so this is another example of percentage %f. Okay, so you can see that since I did not specify anything about the decimal number, the whole thing is displayed, but by default the 2 zeros will come at the end, which we saw in the presentation. Now when I say 0.1f, what happens? It will do rounding off only for the first decimal number. If I say 0.2f, it will do round off until 2 decimal numbers. And here you will see some more methods, where here when I say 0.3f, it will do rounding off up to 3 decimal numbers. And 3.2e or 3.2 capital E will do display this number in a scientific format. And this we saw already, right? So here name 1, student name will come. I gave the student name was name 1, so name 1 dot register number, and here the register number will come, that is 2323, and study here will come here. So the order here is very important. And this is another one example. As I said, this is just a placeholder. Name is coming in the place of 0, ease is coming in the place of 1. Okay, and this is another example which we just saw. Okay, so try these 2 examples. So this was just a small introduction to string formatting using the format command or method, and formatting using %f. So try this in your system. Any doubts, please let me know. And thank you very much, and please subscribe to our channel. Thank you.